Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. A few videos ago I got a lot of comments, I'll put them here, asking me about my eye look because it was a wear test for a foundation. I kind of did the wear test, came back on, and I had my kind of go-to, I wouldn't say it's an everyday eye look, but it's one of those eye looks that I do if I'm going for like a lunch or if I'm just going to something a little bit fancier in the day. I wouldn't say it's like a nighttime glam, but it's definitely like a more elevated like daytime glam. So I'm going to do that today. I've got my base on. I'm going to do brows as well because I sometimes get some questions about what I do on my brows. So this is kind of in response to a few people's questions. I would love it if you can like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. I also have a new Instagram, which is all things beauty, like day-to-day, stories, reels, all that kind of thing. So I'll leave that link down below. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so this was the look. It, to be honest, isn't anything super fancy. I'm gonna zoom you in a bit so we can really see. Hi. We're gonna start off with brows. So this combo has been like my current favorite for quite a while. Ever since I like dyed my hair ginger, it looks kind of like brown in this light. I feel like my lighting is like very cool, so it kind of takes out some of the warmth. But yeah, so this is the Morphe Brow Tease, and it's like a, it's got a really interesting kind of wand. It's almost like a figure 8. It's got fibres in it. It's more of like a texture than like a clear gel, which I actually prefer on my brows. I do have like clear brow gels, but I just prefer something with like fibre and that kind of like more matte vibe than like the like clear gels. And what I do is, I do have quite like full brows anyway, but I just find that this really does quite easily just gives my brows some real like good like fullness, and it's like super quick, which I love. And it's a really similar colour to my hair, which obviously we love a match. And yeah, it doesn't give like a brow like a laminated look, but it definitely gives them like fluff and texture. I do need to do my brows, they're looking a bit crazy at the minute. And yeah, this is in the shade Almond, which is a really good colour for my like hair. And then with the REFY brow pencil, I really like this brow pencil. I think any kind of like micro, like look how tiny that is. Any kind of micro brow pencil will work. I just really like this pencil. I had it before when I had like brown hair. And I don't really fill in the top. I just kind of run along the bottom and just create like more of a shape. So I go all the way along and then like fill in the tail. And that's kind of it. I will sometimes just go through the tail a little bit and fill out the front like just a tiny bit. But yeah, that's it. This side is my like more like problematic side. But again, I'm just going underneath, making sure it's like blended. This one I do have a bold spot on the top of like my tail, so I do always fill that side in. Yeah, this brow, I've got so many like rogue brow hairs that I need to trim these. And that's kind of where we are. They are kind of thick, but I like a bold brow. If you have like thinner eyebrows, I feel like you still could use these products, I think you would just have to learn to do them maybe a little bit different. I feel like I can go quite, not like free, but I can kind of just like throw it on, and because my brows, because I have quite a lot of hair, it kind of like works. But I find them like just really easy to like use. And this is in Auburn, so the REFY is in Auburn and the Morphe is in Almond. So they're the two colours. So yeah, that's my brows. Okay, and then next for eyes. So the eyeshadow palette that I love to use is this FYNE palette. So this is the light, and it's just perfect for like my hair colour. So it's, to be honest, I don't really use some of these lighter shades. I feel like there's a lot of light shades that I don't use, but all of these shades I love. And I kind of pick 2 or 3 shades that match my hair colour. So this is obviously like really perfect because a lot of these shades match like my ginger. When I have my natural hair colour, I use this Revolution palette because it had some really nice like neutral like browns. And then when I was blonde, I used this Beauty Bay. This is the 16 colour palette in neutral. I used kind of colours that were a bit more like blondie, a bit more warm. So that's the kind of like key to this. So it still looks natural. It doesn't look crazy. This isn't like a crazy like going out look, but it like complements your like complexion and your hair colour. So I'm basically going to go in with both of these colours and then this like lighter shade. So basically these 3 colours here. If you have this palette, it's F18, F19 and F20 if you have this palette. But they basically just need to be a range going from like a darker, middle and a light that match your hair colour. And basically what I do as well is I use my VIEVE eye wand just to blank out my eyelids. I wouldn't do this like for when I'm literally doing like very basic makeup, but I just have quite veiny eyelids, so I like to use this, and I like to use this just to blank out any kind of veins that I have. You can use a concealer. I just really love the eye wands from VIEVE. I find that they aren't too wet, so the eyeshadow goes on quite nicely over the top, but you could use kind of like any base. Then I'm going to take like a medium kind of fluffy brush, and we're going to go in with the lightest colour that I said, and we're literally just going to kind of messily like put it through the crease. Doesn't have to be super tidy. You could also use like your bronzer for this. I prefer using eyeshadow because I like having like the 3 tones. And I'm literally, yeah, just very like lazily putting that through the crease and just running it kind of up. I can't remember, did I say that was the medium shade or the lighter shade? I think I was meant to say the medium shade, so apologies. So that is the medium, the middle shade. Through, and then just taking the lighter one and just putting that on the lid, just so there's a bit of like definition between like the lighter and the eyeshadow. Then we're going to go in with like a flat, bit more of a flat brush thing like this, and we're going to take the darker shade and we're going to run that under the eye. So I always love to go under the eye, and I'm just kind of winging it out the side and joining it all together. And I don't go too low, but I definitely make it noticeable. And then with a clean like plain brush, I literally just go around everywhere just to give it like a bit of a blend. that's basically it for the eyeshadow. So it's so easy. For some people that don't wear eyeshadow, it might feel like a lot, but I just think it like, because I've gone for, like I said, similar colour to my hair, I just think it all like complements each other. Next for mascara, I have this one from Sephora, and it's actually a coloured mascara. I'm really into my coloured mascaras at the minute. This is kind of like a burgundy, like auburn colour, and for me, I just think with my hair colour and my eye colour and complexion, it just really, really works. So maybe if you don't have auburn hair, I'd maybe just go for like a brown. Just something a bit softer than black. I just think it's just quite a nice like vibe instead of just always having black. I'm going to curl my lashes just so they have a bit of oomph. And yeah, I just really love this mascara. I find it's a really fun colour because you can actually see the colour, but then also it's a good mascara. I like quite volumizing mascaras, and I feel like this gives it a little bit of length, but it gives like a really nice like volume. And I do under as well. And I put on quite a few coats, and as you can see, it's just a bit softer than black. And again, because it's got a bit of warmth to it, I feel like it just works with the eye look, and it doesn't really like look like, I don't know how to explain it. I think it just really enhances like your eye shape, looks effortless, doesn't look like you've got like a full eye look on, which is what I quite like about this. Sometimes when I'm like going out, I want it to look like an eye look. I've actually ordered some more coloured mascara from Glisten Cosmetics, and they have like lots of like natural colours. So I think there's like a couple of browns in there. I think there's like an auburn. I think there's maybe like a couple of auburn shades, more like a blonde shade as well. I also think like colour mascara is really good for when you want to like play with makeup and spice up your makeup, but you're not like super confident. There's certain things that I would love to do, like I would love to do a bleach brow, and I'd love to do like a bit more like avant-garde stuff, but I'm just, don't know, a bit scared to. So I find with like coloured mascara, it gives me like something fun to do without it being like scary. That is it. So definitely there's like a moment with your eyes, but it's like super quick, quite effortless, and it kind of gives your eyes a moment but doesn't like take away from the actual like makeup look. Let me zoom you back out so you can see it from afar. My hair is not playing ball today, so that like awkward length. So yeah, I just think this is like super effortless. I just love to do this look. It's like super easy. If I really wanted to, I could literally do it in like 5 minutes. And yeah, I definitely think the trick is to tie it in with your hair colour to make it look like effortless. Obviously it's always fun to like play with colour and switch it up, but that's more for like a look and like, or a night out, or when you want your makeup to be a bit more obvious. This kind of eye look is just for like elevated, like you but better. Like obviously all the girlies will know you've got like eyeshadow on and all this kind of like stuff, but from a distance like everything just flows, which is the goal. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully see you again super soon. I'll link all the products that I've mentioned down below. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye.